Greetings, fellow scavengers. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld. Episode 19, Picking Over Battle Debris. As you can see above my head, we're still trying to save up. And this was pulled on. But we're still trying to save up to add some, use our stellar manufactory to add orbital solar array, which will remove our low light condition and improve our farming. And right at the end of last stream, we installed tech mining into our homeworld because it's becoming a Lud planet, and I don't really want that. The other issue we're getting, which we'll have to deal with soon, is colony crises events are scaling fast, as you can see. So the Galactic path is being annoying, and we could deal with their base, but I'm not certain I have a fleet that can handle that. There's Pather cells active on our world, which is lowering stability, which is lowering trade and growth and all that. Persean League is like, hey, you have a big planet. So the Persean League will, going to Kazaron and negotiating to join the League is likely get this harassment to stop. If left unchecked, this low-grade conflict will eventually come to a head and is likely to be resolved one way or another. So the event progresses when you have a colony of at least one of size 5 or 3 of size 4. We have a colony of size 5, and there's no way to, like, undo that. People live on Darad, and yeah, that's going to be an ongoing threat. And then the Galactic Church majority, we've actually already taken measures to deal with. Building the tech mining on our world here on Darad will get the Galactic majority to go away. After we finish tech mining, it might not be unreasonable for the next industry that takes its place, because we have farming, commerce, and tech mining. The industry that takes tech mining's place to be the Patrol HQ upgrade. Because the upgraded version of the Patrol HQ, right, which is an industry, upgrading it to a military base, and then, again, what it will do is it will reduce our colony threat from 1.0, and it goes down to 0.9 for a Patrol HQ, 0.7 for a high military base, and then 0.5 for a high command. And the high command and military base will also thwart the Galactic majority as well. And what that will do is it will lessen the threat of the Persean League. And yeah, then we just have to deal with the path in the League. Now, as our exports increase, we might also find ourselves in the crosshairs of Tritech as well. If we start competing exports on our planet with Tritech, right? Because Tritech is mostly like a high-tech trade conglomerate. So, speaking about all the factions, maybe I should go through that. The hegemony is sort of like the de facto police of the galaxy. And their colony threat is mostly related to usage of AI cores. Basically, they're trying to police everyone to prevent AI core usage. Because they're worried about the AI cores becoming sentient again and causing another, like, collapse. The Galactic Church wants their Luds, their worshippers, their faithful, to be protected. So if you have a planet with a Galactic majority, they're gonna bully you into being a Galactic planet, which we don't want. The Pathers are just psychopaths. They're fanatics, and they just hate all technology. So they're stuck in the mud like Luddites would be, but the problem is they're also violent. And there's really, I mean, you can deal with them, but dealing with them is a little tricky. I've done it in the past. It does require you to fork over some planet-killing nukes or something. Yeah, well, whatever. The Persean League is basically a bunch of independent planets that have, like, glommed together into one big sort of mega, league or whatever. And they just really want they want the players' independent planets to join them. Interestingly, like, the other independent planets somehow have their independence from the Persei League, and I worked that into the lore of this run, that the other planets, the other independent planets, agree not to allow stateless, like ourselves, into their planets as citizens as a means to keep their independence. But yeah, you have the Persei League, and, like, they're just gonna bully you until you stop them from bullying you. Sindarin really only cares about their fuel and their lobsters, so as long as you aren't messing with their fuel and lobsters, is fine. Tritac cares about trade relationships, and they're going to try to sabotage you and force you into, like, poor trade agreements in order to deal with their threats. The Independents, they don't really care. Honestly, they don't really care. They're independent, they are not looking to bully you around, and then the pirates are pirates. And as long as you, like, pay off Kanta, the warlord Kanta, you can avoid their colony threat. But they will still show up in your system and, like, mess with you. They're just not going to send, like, an armada as a colony threat. So those are the factions that we got dealing on right now. And, like, yeah, it's going to be annoying for me to have to deal with this, because I don't really have a fleet that can thwart any of these threats. Wow, that's really weird. This ship's random name is the ISS Rhadamanthus. Yeah, alright. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. And, what I am planning on doing is just trying to earn enough money. But the real worry is, like, do we have the ships that can handle this? And, like, I don't know. I'm not certain that we could thwart any threats, but we'll do what we can. Alright, so we have 2 wingmen, because, like, I got caught out without the wingmen, and that was a problem. And we're just going to continue to earn as much money as we can, hoping that, like, our extra money will outpace our, you know, our colony collapse, if you will. I think also, because I do find myself pretty frequently completely full of cargo, let's bring around the other Colossus. It's going to hike up our fuel costs, and the problem is we only have one Phaeton, but I think that's probably the wise thing to do. So, raffle timer's up for this Colossus, and what is its problem? Compromised storage? That's the exact opposite of what I want, but you know what? I am just going to restore it. It's going to be worth it. It's going to pay for itself for sure. And let's go ahead and auto-fit the drive cargo. Actually, I don't think we're even running drive cargo. We're running cargo holds and subsystems. So let's do cargo holds and subsystems, because it's cheaper. Alright, so it is the same as the other ships, and this is going to be the Rex something. We'll see what that turns out to be, but hopefully it will be a useful ship for us to store our stuff. It's unfortunate that we don't yet have, like, a pirate version of it. I don't have, like, a smuggling ship. I'd really like one, but it just hasn't happened yet. So I'll remain patient and hopeful that we do get said pirate ship, like, eventually. Alright, so back to the missions that we've got going on right now. The accepted ones I'm not working on right now, so what we need to do is head into the core and pick up some missions, because I don't believe I have a fleet capable of blowing up a Pather base unless it's literally the smallest possible Pather base around. So instead, I'd like to run more derelict missions to expand the fleet. Oh, and it looks like the Pathers are trying to mess with me, because of course they are. How we're doing health-wise? What you mean? We're not used to low gravity still? Like, I don't know what you're asking. We're not used to medium gravity, I should say. Sell the scrap? You mean sort the scrap? Should have done that before I left, but, oh well. So there's a pirate raid coming to Sindrian, which is unfortunate because that's where I am right now, and a bounty on pirates. That's another thing I was considering, is I don't think we're going to get a capital ship this way, but it's not impossible to, and I'm just going to sell these weapons. It's not impossible to hypothetically get a big ship as a consequence of like stealing combat debris. So if the pirates are showing up here and they're getting into fights or whatever, maybe we can take some ships that blow up. Now there is a risk, of course, because like I don't want to be attacked by the pirates, and they won't care that I'm, like, not their enemy. But as you can see, there's, like, pirate ships washing up all over the place here. Right, because there's a bit of a war. Oh, yeah, Buffalo, but isn't pirate-styled. And that was kind of the hope, is, like, maybe we end up getting something decent as a result of just sort of scavenging the low-scale war here between Sindrian and pirates. It's a tactic I haven't tried yet, so I think I'm going to try it a little bit and see if we get some traction. Mostly, and one of the other reasons is, if we're trying to be legitimate in the galaxy and to be taken seriously, being friends with pirates isn't something that's really going to work for us, right? Like, no other faction is going to leave us alone if we're, like, buddy-buddy with pirates. So that's the other thing, is, like, it makes sense, canonically, from a lore standpoint, to be hostile with the pirates as well, because if we weren't, we would be violating some sort of galactic taboo. And that's not a good way to make friends. So I've been told. Alright. Cargo ship, you are the Mr. Sun Tzu. Which, okay, Nightbot, like, fritzed out there and ran twice, but whatever. Sun Tzu. Oh my god. Nothing like the cargo ship with no weapons being called the Sun Tzu. Alright, so here's a derelict ship mission in Swang. I'll pick it up. And tech mining in Darrett is now done. So now that tech mining in Darrett is done, we should see the Luddic majority reduce. As you can see at the bottom there, the following factors result in the bonuses being negated, and unless addressed, this will result in the Luddic majority condition being removed if the colony increases in size. The colony has heavy industrial facilities of tech mining. So the fact that we added tech mining to our planet is getting rid of the Luddic majority, and the Luddic majority is the cause for the colony threat from the Luddic Church ramping up. So it's solving it. Not only are we going to mine technology from our planet, but it gets rid of one of the colony crisis events. All Hounds and Cerberus pirate style have shield cargo. Yeah, it has like tiny shielded cargo though. Oh boy, Sindrian and Tritac just went to war as well. So it's gonna be extra spicy round here. I didn't want like a tiny ship. I wanted one that actually has like a decent sized cargo hull if we were to add it to our fleet. I don't want like a micro ship I have to drag around. Me being picky. Oh, here's a Falcon. Ooh, okay. So this is a Lion's Gate Falcon. It is a Sindrian Falcon. In the rules, I did say no 14th Legion stuff. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, in the like old war of the hegemony, like protecting the galaxy or whatever, there was like a special, I would say the 14th Legion battle group are like ancient relics of a long war ago, which makes them really uncommon ships to happen upon. The LG is just like a stylized. It's like a pirate version of a ship or a tri-tech version of a ship. It is not rare by any means, which means I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna use it. It's mine now. And I like Falcons. I'm not great at like piloting them, but yeah, they're pretty solid ships. So my tactic of basically drafting off of the combat here has already paid off. I've already gotten like more stuff than I had before. So maybe I'll do a little bit more of this because, of course, the concern is with, I'm just going to buy crew to fill up. With, the colony threats climbing as they are, I really need a means to defend myself, and, like, scavenging battlefields is... I wish I didn't have to do it, but, like, I have to do it. And maybe I should have taken that Vanguard. And there's a lot of pirate... So, there should be tri-tech ships, Syndrian ships, and pirate ships all being washed up here. And not only that, but I'm getting, like, crazy amounts of scrap from salvaging the ships as well. So my scrap is going nuts. Which then leads to, like, weapons and supplies and stuff. I think there's some remnants here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. You know, I should probably, tap their comms as well. No one's around to, like, see me do it. So, hack, proceed. And now my sensor range should be higher. If I look at the, yeah, there we go. Sensor range is a little bit higher. And that should help me find more of the, like, the battle debris. The "your ship is mine" meme? Yeah, absolutely. That's what's going on here. I'm not gonna revel it off just yet, because it's not actually, like, a ship yet. It's just, like, scaffolding for a ship. I'm almost glad that I couldn't get that Venture. Ventures aren't terrible ships, I just hate them. And here's another derelict mission. So after doing a little bit of, like, battle scavenge, I will also head out to the derelicts too. Because, you know, I can get stuff that way too. Oh, I should probably... Nope, the Falcon is the correct speed. Never mind. Dave, thank you for the resub. Why not getting many small ships and go swarm? So those small ships are just going to blow up. There are not even... A lot of these small ships, like the micro ships, they're not even worth the time to refit them for combat. For most of them. There's some small ships that are, like, legitimately pretty good. But most aren't. Most micro fighters are pretty trash. So ones I like would be, like, the Monitor. A Monitor is a small ship that's, like, incredibly tanky because it's fortress shields and it's really hard to kill. So it's a useful way to absorb damage from a fleet. Scarabs are pretty good too. Hyperions are pretty good. Brawlers are okay. Afflictors are pretty good. So I've been picking up, like, Hyperions. I don't think I have a Monitor, but, like, I'd grab one if I saw one. Tritac runs with monitors. So if Tritac runs into Asconia here and messes with the Syndrian, it's possible that I get a Monitor off of them. So I will take small ships if I think they're decent. Like, if they're going to survive one battle. But if they're not going to... Oh, here we go, another Falcon. A pirate version of a Falcon. But if they're not going to survive a single battle, they're really not worth it. They're just dead weight. Alright, I need to go hire more crew. But we are definitely getting some ships. We're just garbage men. We're doing a civil service here, cleaning up the area of debris. You know, we're preventing a Kessler syndrome. Or a, what is it called? What does astronauts call it? Cascade? There's another term for Kessler syndrome. Alright. I know I have crew, like, at home. but this will work. And how fast do these falcons go? Do I need to speed them up? Nope. In fact, this other falcon is 11 because it's pirate version. Cool. Oh, because it has a built-in AUG drive. Yeah, that would do it. I was like, why are you so fast? Yeah, that's why you're so fast. Oops, I didn't mean to drop everything. Honestly, what I could do is I could just grab all the fuel, even though I'm over my fuel max, and just sell it to the independents of what I can't use. Because scavenging this battlefield is like legitimately making me a lot of money as well. It's kind of nuts how easy it is. I don't know why I hadn't been doing it up till now. I don't want to sell that one. Because that's like 25k for picking through other people's trash. Cheers, by the way. So how much time do I have on these accepted missions? 83. Okay, I'll head out there soon. I'll just do one more pass. Bounty against hostile fleets have ended here, which means the conflict's ramping down more than likely. I'll try to comm sniff it, but they're probably gonna, like, get rid of it quick, I'd imagine. I've had a lot of questions on, like, YouTube and the like, about, like, why don't you install more comm sniffers? It's like, yeah, within a few days of installing them, they get removed, and it takes me a few days to, like, travel there and install them. So it's sort of like setting up dominoes that someone kicks over immediately. It's just low-key not worth the effort most of the time, unless I'm already there. Alright. Swang and Zophiel. Do I have gates? Here. I have one at Taish. Alright, that'll have to work. Doesn't get me very far, but closer. I could also drop off these falcons, because, like, I'll do that next time, because, like, dragging around a bunch of falcons with me is, like, low-key dumb. I know. Because I'm paying for their fuel bills, and they're doing nothing for me. They're making me look bigger. So this is some distance away from center. Ooh, yay. My favorite. And Zophiel's a neutron star? Oh, even better. Zap and crap. Alright, Darren, what did you produce? So, the tech mining produced metal supplies, fuel, heavy machinery, and a Daggy LPC. Not great. Didn't get me a Paragon. There's probably a research center or a probe or something right here. Research, go. With a tactical officer who will be discharged. And I just picked a ping this way. Is this it? It is it. Unfortunately, it was not in a cluster of other, like, ships, so it doesn't have any fleet expansion. Whatever. Alright, this one, 7 minutes away from center. Again. Ooh, lucky me. Twofer. And Class Garrett, thank you for the cheer. I'll drink to that. Put a story point in tech mining? I would need to spend... So, not to insult you, Breakfire, but that would be a terrible idea. The reason being, it would require 8 story points, and then tech mining inevitably becomes obsolete as you continue mining. So it would be 8 story points that would be lost after a few months. Because the way tech mining works is, see at the bottom there, these ruins are largely untapped. Once they're tapped, you just get rid of tech mining. You don't keep it forever because there's diminishing returns, and eventually you don't get anything. So any building that has diminishing returns probably should never be invested in my opinion, because you will lose your investment. You're basically guaranteed to, unless you have like infinite story points. So in that instance, no, I would never consider tech mining as a valid target. Ablation Cascade, yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. It was something Cascade, I couldn't think of it. I've already been here right now and surveyed it. Okay. So we are some distance away. All right. Ablation Cascade, yeah, that's what that's what Astronauts calls it, but it's just the same word, the same. It's Kessler syndrome. It's just a different term for it. You've heard other people claim that it pays off to do tech mining with story points right away. Maybe if it only cost 1. Because the way the story points work for your colony is each additional thing that gets story pointed becomes more expensive. So if the first thing you story point is tech mining, it costs 1 story point, then you get rid of it, and then it's 1 story point for the next thing you want to boost. But I would have to spend 8, not 1. So it might be worth it if it's the first thing you do and it only costs you 1, but like it's not the first thing I'm doing and it costs me 8. So the math just doesn't square. Is this frickin' ship in a nebula again? Some distance away in a nebula the color of diarrhea. Good luck finding it. Oh, and there's like a fleet here. Potentially trying to kill me? Nope, they're non-hostile. Sack the TAC officer? Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the interesting thing about the Exos is, like, I don't believe I pay for them. They just... There you are. Whoa, you look like a vampire. They just chill. Would it be worth to install a sensor array to try to find it? That's an interesting idea. I don't think I have the materials for it, and I don't know if it would really help. Having ones that censor ships, maybe? Yeah, I don't have the transubtonics on me. Nope, yeah, I just found some pings. Maybe it's here. Yep, and unfortunately, it didn't lead me to, like, a fleet of stuff. Alright, monthly income's looking pretty good. 70k coming in from Darrad, even considering the hazard pay. If I get rid of the hazard pay, the growth halves, which is probably not something I want. We are lacking domestic goods and lux goods, and that's because we've had, I think, Pather fleets mess with us, making it difficult to, you know, import what we need. So one thing that we could consider, which wouldn't be unreasonable, would be to, you know, and the production report sucks, to physically import that stuff ourselves. If we can buy it from an independent world. So I'm going to go back to Asconia and see about doing exactly that. Actually, we should go to Taish. You've been trying to really discipline and wait for the 1.0? Is there a time frame on that? On 1.0? Oh, Taish has a research station. Oh, was this research station guarded, though? Is that why I haven't cleared it? Yeah, okay. That explains it. Never has a tie frame, probably will never have one. I mean, yeah, I at least I don't know of it. If one exists. So the other thing I was curious about, does anyone know, and maybe you guys do know, and that would help me out, whether or not selling to your own open market has effects? I was trying to Google this the other day. If I sold my colony items that I'm not using and will never use to the open market, what effect that has? Because I know potentially selling them to the independents could make the independents functionally use them, although that is not likely to happen. But to my own open market, I'm not even really sure that has a consequence, and it might be worth getting rid of some of the garbage I have that way. It's been selling like the random blueprints I'm not going to use to them. Although I've been learning just for funsies all the blueprints. But yeah, we are sitting on a lot of wealth of colony items. Silence points to heavy Googling to find the answer. Yeah. So the reason I ask is we have 7 corrupted nanoforges. We have a synchrotron core. We have a spare soil nanite. We have 2 when did I get a fullerene spool? Okay, I'm an idiot for not installing that. I feel like, was that tech mined? Because I really never found one. So that must have been tech mined. Last stream I found it? Okay. I somehow overlooked that. Alright, let's install the fullerene spool, because there's no reason not to. Install item, fullerene spool. And accessibility is now 177. Good God, how did I not notice? Well, I'm glad I was checking what I had in storage for colony items. Combat drone replicator, cryarithmetic engine. I mean, I would probably get rid of the corrupted nanoforges. I just don't know what consequence that would have exactly. But we're at 3 million. We need 4 million for the solar array. So it's happening. It's not fast, but it's happening. All right, the other thing I wanted to do is drop off the Falcons. I'm happy that I got them, but I'm not ready to use them at the moment, so we're gonna leave them behind. I ended up with like a whole lot of supplies, which I do not need to run around with. And some heavy machinery as well. Same deal. Sushi, thank you for the resub. Time does fly, doesn't it? All right. So now we have a slightly smaller fleet. We're going to go back to the core, pick up some more paid missions, and hopefully maybe track some galactic conflict zones too. Because I mean that was pretty profitable, and I'm gonna need a fleet soon. Oh frick! Now stop pinging me. I'm not a submarine. Go Red October somewhere else, dude. And there goes the comm sniffer. So this is probably the Xtonia one. Yep, that's the Syndrian relay. It's why I haven't been doing it, because I get to keep it for like almost no time at all, and then it goes poof. So anytime I'm like in the core systems, okay, maybe I'll put it down, but I'm not going out of my way for it, because I've definitely found it to be a waste of time. I can also pick up a load of domestic and Lux goods. And that's why I'm heading to Nordia right now, in fact. Skelder, happy 2 years to you too. Or really, it's to me, but thank you. Domestic goods, Lux goods. They don't have much. Oh, you know what? I could. No, the military doesn't have any either. Okay. Because I'm restricted in who I can trade with, there's not a lot of opportunity to buy that stuff, so it is really tricky to try to solve shortages as a result of embargoes or trade conflicts, because I really only can buy from independent, open, and military worlds, and there's not a lot of the independent worlds don't do a lot of industry. They're pretty unindustrialized. Typhon Reap, that's good. That's a good pull from Tech Mine. So now the Tech Mining, if you're wondering, says these areas have been stripped of easy pickings, but the more difficult areas remain, filled with promise. So obviously there's still a reason to keep it for now. What's... Oh, they the pirates took the took the comms. Yeah, no wonder I lost the sniffer, because the pirates have been removing them. Damn you, pirates! But, like, you know, it's kind of funny. The problem is, I can't really install a sniffer with, like, all the fleets chilling here, because they'll see me. Right, it's not something I can do. Actually, can you? Oh, apparently I don't care. Some of the things, like, you're not allowed to do if you're looking at it. Don't mind me, I'm just cleaning the garbage. Alright, what factions are at war with what factions? Hedge and Tritac are going head-to-head. Sindrian and Church are going head-to-head. Persian, no. Sindrian, Tritac. Tritac is against everyone. Hedge, Sindrian. Okay. I mean, I don't know where the conflict zones are at the moment, but trying to seek out where they might be. Hunt for Rat October? Oh god. Trying to seek out where they might be could be beneficial, because I haven't seen a lot of derelict missions cross my desk here. Right, it's mostly just garbage. Now, another alternative, which I'll consider, is to outfit the ships I do have and to take some low-level pirate bounties, because blowing up enemy pirate ships could also net in me getting ships. It's a little tricky because I want to, of course, destroy more ships than I lose, so I'd really have to be a little overpowered in order to, like, engage them in that way, but I mean, that's a possibility as well. Alright, let's consider that. I'll poll you guys. What should I be doing? And I'm going to put up a few different options here in just a second. Whoa, interception. They're getting all sorts of spicy. So I could scavenge conflict stones. I could do derelict missions. Do pirate bounties. Or pather bounties. I mean, they're kind of one and the same. Consider them the same. I wouldn't want to take any bounties to fight anyone that, like, I am on good terms with, obviously. I don't want to destroy, like, Independence or anyone else, but we'll see. Is it this gravity well? I can never remember the gravity well. There's so many damn gravity wells in Dwo. Yes, okay, good. I know where ET phone home is. So, resource stockpiles, drop it in the goods, and that's going to temporarily alleviate the population infrastructure shortages. Stability did go up because we no longer have any shortages that are really negatively affecting us, which is good. And scavenging conflict zones seems to be the popular option. So in that case, I think what I'll do, I know I haven't put up a lot of time on the board, but I don't need 3 colossi for that. It's unnecessary to have that much cargo storage. So I'm going to drop off those ships because they're not really helping me in keeping my budget lean. And we'll go around the conflict zones and try to scrape the bottom of the barrel for some ships. Okay. There's the updated goal. Won't I need crew for the ships to pick up? I can always hire a crew from any independent world. It's a very small cost, so I don't think it's all that much of a problem. So it seems like TriTac is in the most... they have the most aggro of all of the current wars going on. So maybe hanging around a TriTac world is going to be the place to be for battle debris. So I'll see if there's action going on here, and if not, I'll check some of the other places. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Radamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Radamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, all my fellow pilots.